emphasis, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Utes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The handoff. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. They were all over it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Throwing, Holstein takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
They'll run it. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein takes the easy throw in the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Enough to move the chains. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line
makes you grab and room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Utes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll send the back in motion. Escapes the pressure to his right. Makes the grab. It's Clark. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Sees a crease. Crosses the 45 out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Sends it back in motion. Finds a crease. It's Howell. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Eli Holstein to throw. Comes down. It's Duckworth. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Setting up for the extra point and the time. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Here comes offense to get this drive started. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. See some running room. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run him again. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Turns it upfield.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Gets rid of it.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. The snap sets up the throw. Good job just to get rid of that one.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Intercepting, the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Utah! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Deep in the end zone, it's held. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. On the run, it's Clark. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Left side is Henderson. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They want to throw it. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
To throw. Out wide right, it's West. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later. But
he's going for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Holstein. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
This time it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, pressure's coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll knock him down, and he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Holstein looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. You can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Caught. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. Here he comes with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. Give to the running back. Gets away from 1. He's got space. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. They'll give it to Parker. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's lead off with the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on the number 17 team, the USC Trojans. And it's Nevada with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams.
They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offensive breathing room.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Turning it on. Pass to 6. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Utes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll throw it from the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Utes! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Quick catch. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They go play action with Holstein. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of this drive. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Holstein on the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Motion from the back. Throwing, Holstein. Rushes on. And he gets rid of it.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. Caught. 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Henderson.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Utes in a good spot here with second and short. Quick give, it's Henderson. There he goes! And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
Yeah, you could see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. And he gets so close to punching it in, and you could tell he wanted to, but pushed out of bounds at the 2. And guess what? First and goal from the 2, this offense will take it.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On the option. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the third down and goal.
They'll run with Parker. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. He'll bring it out. It's Helm. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the back. Breaks into the open. He's past the sticks. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They've got a 1st and 10 as we're inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. Right back to the well. Finding some room. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Keeps it on the ground. At the 35, he's open. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. He's past the marker. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. They go back to work in the final period of this one. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pulls it. The option, the keeper. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. On the run, it's Howell. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From deep, it's Alexander. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just got rid of that one.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Unloads in the nick of time.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Eli Holstein to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And Some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Henderson. Makes the grab, but down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
He's going to take off. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. The Utes will punt this one away.
Number 9 on to kick it away.
Makes the catch at the 30. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Makes a man miss. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Tight end now in motion. Here's Wayshawn one more time. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They boot it away. Trying to get started. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end.
literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And obviously the offense is in a difficult position here, and you're asking a lot from them. They're down by a touchdown, not a lot of time on the clock, deep in your own end, but this is something that you're trained for. Coaches always put their offense in this situation in practice leading up to the big game. It takes timing, it takes execution, but that is something this offense is ready to do.
They get to him as he throws.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab on the left side. Off and running. He's at the top. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they decide to tie it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we could be headed for free football. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Henderson. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the 4th quarter. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got some space. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking for space, it's Henderson. Might have a chance. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! They jump on top here in OT.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Gets the back moving. Here's Holstein to throw. Right side, it's Howell. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give on the counter. He'll be dropped.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Keeps it himself. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Now the toss. Touchdown, South Carolina! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after. No interest in another overtime. They'll go for two and the win. Pushes ahead.